Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, original, chapter number 3, text number 17, Karma Yoga. Krishna says here, Yastu Atmaradir Evashyat Atma Triptaschu Manava Atmani Evacha Sandushta Tasya Karyam Na Vidyade. Yastu Atmaradir Evashyat. Atmaradi. Radi means attachment. At present, we are attached to this body. And this body is cheating us because it is covering the knowledge of the soul. The body means 24 elements. There are 5 working senses. There are 5 knowledge acquiring senses. There are 5 Maha elements, which are called earth, water, fire, air, ether. There are 5 objects of the senses, right? Form, smell, touch, taste, and sound. Then comes subtle body, which is consisting of mind, intelligence, and ego, false ego. And that false ego, which is a rascal ahangar, is the cause of our entire ignorance. And above that is the polluted consciousness. Then above that is the soul. Then above the soul is the super soul. In this way, we are covered, except the soul and super soul, all material elements are cheaters. They are cheating us every second. How is that? You see an advertisement. Come here to eat non-vegetarian and seafood. Or somewhere you actually see the most delicious vegetarian food available. Who they are actually attracting? They are not attracting you. They are attracting your tongue. So that the mouth-watering dishes you may choose and give satisfaction to the entire body. There are jewelries. They are not attracting you. They are attracting your external neck, the ear, and your fingers, and your ankles and toes, like that. There are so many music. What is it conveying you? Attracting your ear. Surrender your ear here. Pay the money and give pleasure to your ear. Then there are so many movie advertisements. What they are attracting? Your eyes. So everything that you see in this world is constantly attracting you towards that, so that you forget your Atmaradi, attachment for your soul, and remain you are as a bunch of flesh and bone, which is called body. Yasyatma buddhi kunabe trudaduge Swadhi kalatradeshu bhauma ichadi. Krishna tells to the gopis when the Lord visited Kurukshetra in one of the lunar eclipse. All these gopis heard that Krishna is going to Kurukshetra because they never have seen him after he left Vrindavan. So they said, let us all go and see and try to get him here in Vrindavan. So they all went there. Their attachment for Krishna has no limitation. However, the Lord became very philosophical. Though the gopis, they don't want to listen to all these blah blah philosophy. All that they know, Krishna is their Kanmani. Kanmani means the lens of the eye, right? The pupil, they say. That is the Supreme Lord's position for them. You give the philosophy to somebody else. We are just attached to you. That is the highest form of devotion to the Supreme Lord. They are not worried about any moral duties, ethical duties, karmic duties, jnana duties, dhyana duties. They are just in bhakti. They just love Krishna. So Krishna said, Yasyatma buddhir kunabe tridaduge. This material body is made of kava, pitta, vayu. One who is attached to this body, which is combined together with these three elements, kunabe tridaduge. Swadi kalatra adeshu bauma ichadi. And a fool who actually thinks that kalatra adeshu, his wife, husband, children are actually everything. So the kalatra adeshu bauma ijjati, and where he has born, the piece of land, is the worshipable place, that he doesn't want to leave that place and migrate to elsewhere. Not at all. He wants to be in there always and think that wherever I have born, taken birth, is holy land. He thinks that he is Lord Jagannath, right? He is Lord Dwaragadish. He is Lord of Mathura. That it is worshipable because he has taken birth there. Yatirtha buddhi salilena karhishet. And take all the tirtha sthan is simply a body of water. It's like a pond, lake, situated around you. Such a person, jnaneshu abhigneshu sayeva gokhara. That person with so-called knowledge and consciousness, abhigna means consciousness, jnana means knowledge, is none other than go, a cow, and khara, an ass. Gokhara. So one who is not attached to this soul, Atmaradi, he is Gokhara according to Krishna. And who is Krishna? Ekhale Ishware Krishna Are Shaba Bhritya. The Supreme Brahman, the personality of Godhead, Ishvara, one who is the controller. Ishvara means one who controls. Ishvara Sarva Bhudanam. Krishna is there in everybody's heart. So, Ekale Ishvare Krishna Are Shaba Bhritya. Only one Supreme Brahman, personality of Godhead, the Supreme Majestic Lord is Krishna. Are Shaba Bhritya. Everyone is Bhritya. Bhritya means servant. Jivere Saruba Hoy Krishnere Nityadas. The original or the constitutional position of a living being, a spirit soul, is that he is the eternal servant of the Supreme Brahman. Therefore we are called Aham Brahmasmi. I am the spirit soul. No one said so for I am Parabrahmasmi. That only Krishna said. Arjuna, didn't he say in Bhagavad Gita, Purusham Shashwadam Divyam, you are the Supreme Purusha and you are eternal. Divyam, you are divine. Didn't Arjuna know Krishna's activities in Vrindavan, Mathura and Dwarika? And some of the activities are very contradictory to all of our soul, who are actually within this material body, cannot understand. But Arjuna understood. Adidevam, Ajam Vibhum. He is the first person, Adideva. Ajam, he never takes birth. He is unborn. Right? Bhumija. Sita Mataji's name is Bhumija. Ja means born. Aja means unborn. Vibhum. Vibhu means unlimited. Anu, Vibhu, so great. Like your Muslim friend says, Allah, unlimited, great. Yes, Arjuna is telling to Krishna, yes, you are Vibhum, unlimited, so great. Here is the original Allah. Purusham Shashwadam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum. So, in this way, Arjuna was actually glorified. And we are all servants. Are Shaba Bhritya. Yare eche nachayase taiche karya nritya. And he makes the living entities dance, accordingly the living entities dance. Yare eche nachayase. He makes all of us to dance, and we dance accordingly. That is Krishna. So, if we are not attached to the soul, what are we? We are just a chunk of body, flesh and bone. And through this bone and flesh, we are looking at the world. What do you think? You will understand. Every object for my bodily satisfaction. Therefore, Krishna is telling, be attached to the spirit soul, which is you. And this body is a machine, like a car, or maybe a house where you are dwelling in, and you are not the house. When house collapses, you are still there. If any part of the house actually gets dismantled, destroyed, you are still there. Like that, some part of the body met with a crash or accident, you are still there. So, be attached to the soul, not the body. Therefore, your actions also has to be delivering the soul, not the body. Delivering other souls, not the body. As our Guru Maharaj would say, that when a drowning person is drowning, what is the use of bringing his jacket out and leave the person inside the water? And show the jacket and say that I have saved the person. No. The guy is gone. Similarly, don't try to work on the bodily platform. Work to deliver the soul. The best thing is make them attached to the soul, not to the body. In order to see the soul, you need to see the super soul. In order to see yourself, you need to have the sun, which supplies you the light. If there is no light, even though your all senses are powerful, especially the eyes, you cannot see anything. So, if you see the super soul, you can see yourself as the soul. Therefore, we advocate Krishna consciousness. See the super soul, see the super soul, see Bhagavan, who is the cause of our very origin. So, yes, to Atmaradir Evashad, be attached to the spirit soul. Atma Triptescha Manava. When you understand that, then you become Tripta. Tripta means satisfied. Any amount of digging into the bodily concept of life and trying to please the material body, you are not going to be peaceful. in this world. This world is Dukkhalayam, is the Alayam of Dukkha. Right? There is a Vidyalayam. Why? They give Vidya there. But here Dukkhalayam is only Dukkha. Ashashwadam, even if you have some money and mansion and car and wife and children and all, they are very loving and protecting. Krishna says, what is the use? It's Ashashwadam. It is temporary. So, let us work on self-satisfaction. Tripta. Atma triptasya manava. Atma evacha sandushta. When your soul is happy in that way, being attached to the soul, then being satisfied with whatever situation you may be in. But if you are self-satisfied by cultivating the proper knowledge, even if you don't have food, shelter, or anything, or your desires are not fulfilled, but if you stay on the platform of soul, none of these things can harass you, make you disappointed. Therefore, every situation you should be satisfied, thinking it is my own karma, therefore I am getting or I am not getting. There is nothing to rejoice in this world. Either it comes or it goes. If your enemy is destroyed or if your enemy is saved, there is no reason for you to be dissatisfied. So be satisfied. Then Atmani evacha santushta. When that soul is happy in that way, being attached, being satisfied, the soul also will be happy. Atmani evacha santushta. When the soul is happy, tasya karyam na vidyate. You have no duty to perform in this world. You are completely free from all karmic duties, obligations, so-called responsibilities to anybody, right? That includes your family, your society, your country, your state, international or planet, or to the universe, to the demigods, to the semi-demigods, to the cows and elephants and dogs and domestic animals or wild animals. Or you have no duty to perform. Why? Because you consider you are the soul. So when you live in that situation, the Atma Rama platform, Atma Ramas Chamunayo, the thoughtful people who are completely satisfied within the soul, Atma Ramas Chamunayo. Munayo means intelligent, philosophically thoughtful people. Munayo. Nirgrande abhivurukrame. Nirgranda means one who is free from bondage. So when they are absolutely absorbed in the soul alone, Nirgrande, they are completely free from the bondage of this material world. Abhivurukrame, in spite of, also, because they are not having any duties to perform, they are not attached to this material world, they are completely happy, taking pleasure in the soul. But Krishna is such a clever person. Even he enticed these guys to his service. Kurvandi ahoituki bhakti. They perform unalloyed devotion service. Kurvandi does. Ahoituki bhakti, without any conditions, without any rules. My Lord, you give me this, then I will serve you. my Lord, you give me this much money, then I will think about serving you. If you don't give me this much, I won't actually do your job. The commission, this much we need. Then only we will allow others to do service for you. So from there, you give us half. Kurvandi ahoidiki bhakti. It is ahoidiki bhakti, unalloyed, unmotivated service. They who are in the higher platform render service to the Supreme Lord. Why? Because idam budo guno hari. That Hari who takes away all your material things has so many qualities, unlimited number of qualities, because he is an ocean, Pacific Ocean, and his qualities are also Pacific Ocean. Those qualities attract these people who are enjoying their soul, Atmaramas, and even they are like a magnet, attract to the iron, and they go behind Krishna. Why? Because Krishna has that unlimited transcendental qualities. Idam budo guno hari. That is the meaning of this verse. So ultimately is what? You have no duties to perform when you are in absolute Achyuta consciousness, Vasudeva consciousness. Because the Supreme Lord is the beginning, and He is the middle, and He is the end. When you understand this, naturally you will be attracted to the Supreme Person than taking care of some bodies and living their soul. If you are a real parent, real husband, real father, real chittappa, uncle, or whatever, save your dependents from the repeated birth and death, not by supplying unlimited varieties of material properties in the form of jewelry and food and clothes and mansions, and supplying overly anything we have mentioned is hazard to your life. For maintaining the soul and the body together, we need so many things which are allowed. But you also have to understand that you are not actually eternal in this world. Therefore, the real life again begins after you quit this body. Exactly like a snake shed its skin and slither away. Like that, we shed this body and still we are there. Shedding the skin does not mean the serpent has died. He is somewhere else. Similarly, shedding our body does not mean we are dead and gone. As yesterday Charvaka said, no, we are still going to live. So whatever karma we did in this life, that will respond in your next life. So try to be satisfied within the soul and make everybody satisfied in the soul. It may be difficult, but you may have to work a little hard on this by taking them to the spiritual places, making arrangement for their meeting with bona fide sadhus who are philosophically inclined. In this way, hearing, we will open our eyes. When knowledge is instilled, then we learn a lesson. Just like going to the school, keep hearing. then you may get a rank or first class or at least a pass mark, but you have to hear. Like that, you have to keep hearing about you are not this body, you are not this body, you are not this body. When you throw a stone in fungus infected water, the fungus moves because of the generation of the ripples. But as soon as you stop dropping the stone, it will come and cover again. Similarly, you have to hear every day. Don't think how many times the Swami speak about, I am not this body, I am not this body, I am not this body. Why not? Still you are not acting on that platform of soul, you are still acting on the bodily platform. So it is necessary to tell repeatedly, you are a spirit soul, you are a spirit soul, you are a spirit soul. How many of you understood? So chant the holy name of the Lord. Let the sun shines in your heart and you can see things as they are. So this is absolutely duty-free, karma-free actions in Krishna consciousness, in soul consciousness. If there is other way, Krishna would have told you. Because he doesn't find other way to educate us. So the Lord is telling to be absorbed in the spiritual consciousness. He's watching, he's smiling too. So I was also smiling. So this is Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. We will continue.